Welcome everybody. It's been a little while and it's really good to be back on a bike, and we have quite a special one today. I don't know if you can hear me, but there's lots of wind today, but I'll give it my best shot. Yeah, welcome. We're on a big girl today. It's your old buddy Jono on a 2021 BMW K1600 bagger, K1600 B, with what looks like a spaceship screen on it. It's pretty impressive. It's a 10.2 inch for anybody that wants to know. She's a big girl. It's beautiful color. But I thought we'd go through the bike today, start off with a quick ride. It's a Sunday, it's nice. It's just a little windy, but otherwise it's nice. And I thought, you know, let's just go for a spin. Let's talk about the bike and where I've been. I suppose that's also a good one. So yeah, I'm just going to slow down a little bit because this wind is pretty insane. Maybe if I turn around. Yeah, 2022 K1600 bagger. This one's got the fixed panniers on. We'll have a look at that in a little bit. I think I'm not going to be able to go through literally every single feature. I think these things are absolutely stacked. And a little maneuver here. Buttery smooth. Buttery smooth. So I've never been on a bagger. I've ridden the R18 Classic. I've ridden, you know, several other bikes, but the bagger, this is my first time. So difficult for me to go back and compare, and I think the models are pretty close. So I'm not going to go too much into that. But I thought, you know, let's give it a... Yeah, these are always first ride experiences. So let's give it a first ride experience. And the first thing I can say is, as a short guy, this is great. You can see my knees. You know, I suppose this is what a tall person feels like. The knees are like in a normal position. Ooh, hey, what's up? Howdy. And it's got the front kicker plates, or whatever you call them, so you can stretch out and chill. And yeah, it's really nice. Really nice. First thing you think about it getting on one of these bikes is like the weight and the sort of maneuverability. I was pretty shocked to see that this thing feels absolutely incredible to maneuver. So definitely a huge surprise on how well this bike moves and how well it gets around. Really impressed. I think it's one of these things that once you get on it, you're like, oh wow, okay, hold on, I can maneuver this bike. Scary to say, it gives you a little bit too much confidence. I think it feels almost weird because you can just jump on it and kind of like maneuver, and it's so light, unreal. So they've done an incredible job with the balance on one of these. And yeah, just first impressions. Bar position, perfect. Like, I literally wouldn't change a single thing about it. You know, even I like the levers up at a certain sort of almost level, so it's, you know, as it comes, it's perfect. Yeah, and I mean the typical BMW-esque, once you're on one, there's no sort of figuring out anything new. You got your cruise control, got your lights, got your menu button, screen up or down. Let's see if the screen helps a little bit. Maybe I'm a little bit too tall on this. Indicators, fog lights, reverse gear, start stop modes, and lock. So that's already that. You got your memory keys, memory buttons. Yeah, and I mean, so that's, if you know BMW, that's pretty standard. Ooh, what have we got here? We got some trikes. That's pretty cool. It's huge. Nobody coming. I mean, you see how easy it is. It's just, I mean, really, like, I'm moving with my hips. It's like literally super easy to ride. the dynamic shift is just butter. Last bike I felt it smooth like this, I think it was probably the 1290 Adventure, where I found that and I think the GSXR was quite good. Can't remember exactly, but yeah, super smooth, super nice to ride. It's very wide in the front, and I must say it's just exactly what it looks like on the pictures. It's going to be comfy, it's going to be easy to ride, it's going to be, yeah, it's a whole lot of bike. And we'll take it on the highway, give it a bit of beans, kind of see how it reacts, and yeah, put it on cruise control, see what it does, see how it goes. So catch you guys in a minute. I mean, it's one finger braking. It's incredible. It's such a big bike. I mean, look how little revs I'm using, and we're 120. It's doing nothing. This is awesome. This is awesome. And much less of a jerk on the downshift. I mean, it's there and you're obviously going to feel it, but it really is very little. Easy to get neutral. Oh goodness. Look at that, changing gear, third gear, you're pulling away from everybody. Super easy. 3000 RPM, I mean. Super easy. Let's put the cruise control on. Sit back, relax. On your screen you got your RPM easy, you got your speed, you got your cruise control, what mode you're in, how much fuel you got left, and then obviously, you know, the temperatures and times and that kind of thing. I mean, it's how is it that you're going to compete with this kind of display? You're just not. I think that BMW, when it comes to these baggers and classics and stuff with these 10-inch screens, I just don't see how anybody can compete with a bike like this. It's just, with this display, it's incredible, absolutely incredible. We'll go through the menu a little bit later when I stop and take some photos. And I'm stopping here at the stop street, feet not flat on the floor, but could be if I kind of pushed it, but perfectly balanced. Look, I think if you tip it over, it's not going to be easy to pick up, that's for sure. Not a bike you want to tip over. Price, I mean, you get what you pay for. It's not going to be a cheap bike, but I don't think it's the type of bike that you're just gonna, you know, sort of, how do I say, just, you know, I'll buy one and in 2 years time I'm gonna trade it. This is a long-term ownership kind of deal. I would assume the target market for this is people that are really gonna do the mileage, that really are the lifestyle, and I think that's what BMW is promoting. And if that's what they're doing a hell of a job, because this thing is just unreal balance, just the feeling of it. I really am quite shocked, and I'm trying not to harp on about it, but it is impressive. It is very impressive. Yeah, charging port. It really is the first ride, in case people don't realize it's the first ride. I normally do a little bit of studying up before I get on these bikes, but I'll be honest with you, I didn't. I just knew what the bagger was. Thank you. And you know, I just kind of seen it in the shops and that kind of thing. So really, this is, and it's probably like really bad of me, but I'm not a journalist, so yeah, I suppose I should have done some little bit of homework on it. I'm gonna jump onto the highway now, and I'm gonna cruise. And I don't think with the wind and the speed you're gonna hear me, but we'll do a little chatting and see how it goes. And I'll put it in cruise control. Let's see how she does. Look at this, just effortless to turn, effortless, unreal. and you just know that it's got everything packed in it. It's got every feature, every safety feature. I mean, I don't even have to go and look at a spec sheet, I know. But in case you want the spec sheet, in case you want to know what it's all about, oh my gloves come off. If you want to know all the tricks, tips, features, let us know. But I'll get Carl to put a link somewhere, and we can get the spec sheet on this bike, and the price, size of the tank, fuel economy, that kind of thing. We'll have a look now if we go through the menu, see what it does. Tire pressure monitoring. Okay, let's go to the menu. Hopefully you guys can hear me, because I'm going through all of this stuff while I'm riding. Okay, there we go, my vehicle. So we got temperature, we've got tire pressure. Let's just move out the way of these people. We got battery voltage, we got how much fuel is left. Onboard computer, there we go. So average consumption 6.7 liters per 100. I've been riding the bike 20 minutes. Don't know if you can hear me, but I might have to just repeat myself later. Yeah, but alright, next computer, trip computer, tire pressures, service requirements. I mean, it's everything that you could ever ask for. Yeah, so enjoy the bike. I don't know if you can hear it, it's got a hell of a good sound. We were just chatting about it before we got on, and it's quite a nice sounding bike, so we'll give it a bit of a little blip when we stop. But for now, enjoy the traffic of Joburg on a Sunday, and we'll catch up in a bit. I think it's quite scary how you can, this bike gets to speed real quick and it holds the speed real quick. It's like it kind of like bombing along, and then you realize, hey, hang on a second, I'm actually going quite quickly. So that's something I suppose you'd have to watch out for. It's just how smooth and how good they are that you got to watch it. You know, they they get up to speed and they hold their speed, and off you're going, you're bombing along. You've got to realize kind of the speeds you're up to. So, you know, something to think about. What a hell of a machine. It kind of feels, I don't know, kind of like a sports SUV, if that makes sense. You kind of get that feeling like it's big and it's carrying some weight, but it's just got that nimble feeling, like it's got enough. Like you don't have to worry about the weight, you don't have to worry about the agility, because it's all there. Oh, thank you, kind sir, appreciate it. And you know, it's kind of got that consistent feeling, and that's another brand thing. It's that consistency. It's like got consistent power, and it pulls through the range, and it feels like it works every time, all the time, same way. And that's just a really nice feeling that you, yeah, it just feels calculated. I mean, that's 6 gear, so it's going to be sluggish in a 1600, but off you go again. There it is. Alright, so let's talk about where we're still recording, where I've been. So I recently relocated to the East Rand, as you can see, Brakpan, Benoni. I'm in Boksburg, but I know there's a kind of a, used to be a nice place here. I'm gonna have a look. Yeah, relocated and kind of running away from the, I was in four-ways, kind of running away from the four-ways, Eskom and water and nothing ever working, and the East Rand's just a touch better. Yeah, so I'm here and it's just made it a little bit difficult to get bikes and do that kind of thing, and I think the bike launches have been pretty quiet this time of the year, so that hasn't helped either. And of course I work like everyone else, and job takes priority, family takes priority, so it hasn't been able to get out and ride and talk about bikes in a little while. So it's been a minute, but it's been a minute too long. So I used to come ride motocross out here back in the day. They used to call it, I think it was Benoni Sands, just a little bit behind that mountain there. And if you thought you were tough, you go ride up Benoni Sands, do some motos. It'll show you that just how untough you are. But yeah, it was some good stuff. So I thought I'd take a little ride down here and see what's still here. But it also just shows you, like, just you've got a highway, you know, it's perfect for the highway, and then you can just do a quick sort of, you know, commute. You just go somewhere, have a look at something, and it's not heavy and it's not intimidating to stop somewhere and just have a look at something or jump on the bike and quickly shoot off to the shops. It's kind of, and I mean, that's incredible to do with such a big bike. And the best part about all of it is you've got the front, you know, pegs where you can relax and you feel like you're on a bagger, like you're on this cruising sort of Harley-esque, dare I say, bike. But then, you know, when you need to, feedback, off you go. So that's a tough thing to do, and make it and have two different feelings. So I'm not saying that people can't put other foot pegs. I'm saying that having that feeling where the position I'm in now with my feet on a normal peg versus the feeling I get when I put them forward, is like it's almost giving me two kind of different experiences, and I think that's pretty incredible. Yeah, pretty amazing. So I'm going to demonstrate the reverse here, because now I have to reverse. So okay, right, so bike in neutral, easy peasy. Hold down the button, it's in, you press the starter, and there you go. And you press the button again, it disengages, first gear, and off you go. Now try do that without the reverse gear. I dare you, send me a video, show me a picture, you're gonna suckle, especially if you're my height. There's no chance. So really impressive, really. And I mean, I'm definitely interested to take a pillion on this, or take the missus, take her for a ride. I think she'll love it. And yeah, it's pretty incredible. So we've done the specs, we've done the price, we've spoken about what it is. You'll see the pictures, you'll see the video, the little montage, the colors, the panniers, the features on the screen. I'll quickly run through them again. You've seen how the rev range works, you've seen it, it's pretty BMW. We've spoken about seating position. We've got the electric screen as well, we can put that down and then all the wind will come back. But I mean, what if you want to just have the wind in your face? There you go, they've covered that too. So it's pretty bumpy, so my voice is probably jumping around. This road, it's not the bike, but it's soaking it up great. It's not the bike, it's a fantastic industrial road. It's nice to be able to go ride and it's not so flippin' cold. So if anybody that's watching this that's not, you know, here it is flippin' cold lately, so it's nice not to be freezing. What a nice day. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go find a nice spot to to take some pictures, and then I will get the GoPro out again, and we'll have a little look around the bike and all the features, and yeah, get a great indication of what it looks like and what it's going to look like in your garage, because you would be hard pressed not to, if you were considering a sport touring cruiser bagger softail thingy majig. This is just, I mean, you've got other options with the big panniers and the big 1600s, and you've got, this kind of just takes away the sorry about the truck. You know, when I was a kid, the bikes in the day was the gold wing and the silver wing, and those were those big machines, sort of carburetors sticking out every corner of the bloody thing. It was insane. You know, these massive machines that weighed about 600 kilos, used about 10 liters per kilometer, and you know, I suppose that stigma still sits with these bikes. It still kind of sits there, and you think, oh no, this thing's massive and yeah, intimidating. And yeah, what I'm trying to get to is I'm almost 40, and love me a sport bike, love a naked bike, like adventure bikes, I like everything. I could easily have this in my garage, no stress. Why am I changing gear? I don't know. I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay dokie, here we are. Found a nice little spot. Figured this is the greatest spot as any, so we'll take you around the bike. Let's start with the back. And yeah, I mean, it's twin pipe, the fixed panniers, the light integration. There's the option 719 seat on it, super comfy. Grab handles, heated seats. I'll just check if it's front or rear. I'm assuming it's both. It's probably just one seat. So passenger foot pegs, your foot pegs, front pegs or boards. Big 6-cylinder motor. Yeah, just go through the front. Beautiful twin discs at the front. You got your spotlights, daytime running lights, all the fancy headlights and all the goodies on it. I mean, it's a hell of a bike. What I will say is that, as I said, that if you look at it, it's got so much presence, but getting on it, it just does not feel intimidating, and that has really blown me away. The balance of the bike and the way it feels, it's, yeah, certainly a hell of a machine, and they've done a very good job. The last bag I saw didn't have the panniers, and I will say, I'd have to say I'd have the panniers simply for the convenience of it. I think the convenience of the panniers would just be so worth it. So we'll have a look at that over there. What we can do is go through the menu. Hopefully you can see. Maybe this looks like it's some nice shade and you guys can see everything. So let's even go through the menu. So you just got to press down, and then you've got the joystick on the left, so you just kind of push it over. It's got the radio, and you can go down to the radio, and then we probably need to start the bike. So let's start the bike. Okay, down, radio, still not ready. Okay, we'll have a look at it later. So then you just need the Motorrad app, so that, you know, it's connected. Media with your phone, your telephone, and then there's of course your settings as we swear. So you've got all kinds of assists, type of suspension, load, dynamic traction control. I'm not sure what HSC is, but I'll have to have a check. Heating, you've got your grips and your seats, vehicle settings, alarm system and lights, system settings. So you've got daytime units, language for everyone. So you've got all the, you know, pretty much everything you'd expect. Here's connection, so you've got all your mobile devices, passenger helmets, the display, brightness, blah blah blah, speed limit info and information. So we go back up. I think it has to connect. Oh, there we go, got the radio. So there's the radio and then volume. Okay, so I'm not gonna do that. And you can just change it by pressing the button. It'll go to the next radio station and so on. So it's pretty easy. I hope it wasn't too fast. It's looking for Bluetooth at the moment. We're gonna go out. We're gonna go to the vehicle as I showed on the road, but just in case you couldn't hear me on the road. Basically it gives you an outline of the bike and all the goodies. So you got your water temps and fuel left and oil temp and tire pressure monitor. Of course, I mean, what do you expect with these kinds of things? You've got all your trip computers, fuel consumptions, top speed, average speed, or an average speed trip computers. So it's got all the tire pressure goodies and then service requirements. So I probably haven't adjusted or even gone into all the things that you can do. If you press up over here, you can see your fuel level, trip meter, tire pressure, fuel left. That's about it. This is for the screen. Comes up pretty high. I had to have it high, but there's a lot of wind today, so I suppose it'll be all dependent on you. Typical cruise control, flashing lights here. You got your mode, rain, road, dynamics, so pretty simple there. This is the alarm, if I can recall. The nice black levers, adjustable mirrors. I mean, you can switch it off now, but it's keyless, of course. So let's get the keys and have a look. I don't know what's in here. Let me just get out the keys and have a little look. See, I just kind of jumped on the bike and off I went. So let's have a look. I apparently don't know how to open these things. Well, that says lock, so it was probably unlocked. And I don't know how to open it, so we might have to just cut that out. Oh, there we go. There we go. So even a dumbass like me can get it open. There we go. And same thing this side. I suppose there's nothing really much to say here. There you go. So ample enough room for some goodies. Off to the bed and breakfast with the missus. I mean, you got it. So that's it from now. I'm going to quickly do a montage and some pictures, and then that'll be it. So I hope you liked the video. It probably wasn't my best, but thank you so much for tuning in. If you got this far, you're a legend. Check out the channel. I've done some other reviews, some pretty cool bikes. Check out the magazine. Check the links below for the description on the bike and the pricing. And yeah, hell of a machine. If you get the chance to go test one, BMW, super cool test. Go out, have a look at your local dealership or the closest dealership to you. Yes, definitely one for the books. Thanks for watching, guys. Catch you later.